I just think we're starting to put some stuff together. Liked how we played on both sides of the ball. We talk about applying scout, and honestly, that's probably the best job that we've done yet. And then offensively, the ball was moving. So anytime the ball is moving, I'm going to feel good about it. So just really proud of our effort and our focus.
Would you say this is your best game of the play you played all year?
As of right now, yeah, I think so. I think so. I just think it was the most complete game we've played. There was a time these guys fill it up quick, so you're never comfortable with NIU. But there was a time they started to make a run, and I'm like, we can go either way, So I think that's where we're maturing a little bit, of just staying steady. I don't know if we put 40 minutes together like that.
You mentioned the scout. I mean, was part of the scout, it just felt like you were able to get whatever you wanted on the offense side of the ball almost the entire game.
Oh, man. I think we've done a better job as a staff of we didn't give them enough credit. We didn't give our kids enough credit. We're watching it, and we like our matchups, and so we're trying to scheme. And there was some information that we were holding from our kids because I just didn't I thought it would overload them. But now, we're starting to understand the game a lot better, to where they understand mismatches. They understand how to get the ball to the hockey assist. So we've talked a lot about that over the last 2 weeks of, okay, what's our best matchup? How do we get the ball moving to get to that best matchup? And our kids have really received it, so I'm grateful.
How big was it for Ivy to make that first three, right away?
Really big, really big. I think she's been struggling from a shooting standpoint. She's done a lot of other things really well for us. So it wasn't a big deal to me, but as a confident shooter that just, needs the confidence. I told her in practice yesterday, I told our team in practice yesterday, you have to take the shots we're expecting you to take. You have to. It doesn't matter if you think you can make it or not. It's a rhythm shot that we know how to rebound. And if you're not doing that, if you're not taking those shots, then you're doing us all a disservice. And so you have to take the shots that are open. If I have a transition, Ivy Wolf in a transition situation, transition 3, she better take it. And I think she took it to heart. It started as a joke, but I think she heard it.
It's easy to just say, hey, the offense was great. You scored 88 points, but on the defensive end, I thought you made Coker and Davis really work. I know they got their points, but they had to really work, and you could tell that Coker even got a little frustrated.
Yeah, it was hard for him. That's the plan, right? Like, that's the goal, is to make it hard. For 2 years, I've heard Peyton talk about how hard it is for her to get her 20, and why can't we make it that hard? Why can't we make it hard for others? And I think we're starting to get that. I think we're starting to understand that. But they're really good players in the league, so they're still going to be able to do what they do.
Last question. Teams won a couple in a row now, and I can just see it on your face just talking to you today that you really – is this like you feel like your team is still on an upward trend to where it can go?
I always feel that way. You can call me an optimist, or I don't know what you want to call me. You can call me a lot of things, but I'm definitely an optimist. So if you're asking me, I'm always saying that we're on the uptrend. I told our kids probably a month ago that we're close to breaking the door down, and I felt that. So, yeah, we had a couple rocky games, but I know who they are. I know who they are in the locker room. I know what they're about. I know how we work. And it was just a matter of time to where we started to feel some confidence and some cohesion. We have a lot of work to do. We have by no means arrived, but I do think that we're starting to see how good we can be.
Right, first super easy question, Pete. Like, how much fun was tonight?
It was a lot of fun. Y'all saw it on our faces. Y'all saw it down the bench, on the court, the fans. It was just a lot of fun to get things going, to get out in transition and see the ball go through the basket, and also get big stops when we needed to.
Offensively, why did it come so easy today?
Just taking what they give us, relying on my training, relying on scout, and just knowing what they were going to give us and what they weren't, and just staying in attack mode, which I think our team did a good job of just setting the tone from the beginning, just staying in attack mode and keeping the intensity high.
Defensively, though, I thought you guys did an awesome job, especially on Coker. I thought you were running her all over the place and right in her face almost the entire game. How much of a factor was that in tonight's win?
Yeah, no, I think we had a goal to just make her night difficult the whole time, make her and Davis's night difficult. And I thought between me and Ivy and Sid, we took on the challenge the last 2 days of practice and just knew what we needed to do tonight, and I think we got it done.
Okay, teams won a couple games in a row now.
Yeah.
You know, I don't want to get too big of a head or anything like that, but it feels like this team, as we're getting closer to the end of the season, is playing its best basketball.
Yeah, and I mean, I think we've seen our potential the whole year, and I think right now we know what it is, and we've come in with a intensity and a mindset to just come in and do our jobs and do the best that we can and give the best minutes that we can. I think that the past 2 games we've really put that together, and we've just stayed steady and unwavered throughout all 4 quarters.